Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Thomas gives Hope a kiss and offers Douglas a family reunion? According to spoilers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Thomas Forrester might propose a family reunion with Douglas Forrester and kiss Hope Logan. Is Thomas putting himself forward as another potential romantic partner for Hope? When Thomas made the decision to end things and travel to France with Douglas, Hope was crushed. Thomas decided to leave town with his son because Hope was unable to provide him with the response he desired regarding the marriage proposal. When Thomas returned home engaged to Paris Buckingham, he undoubtedly caused Hope even more suffering. Now that his engagement is over, you can bet that Thomas regrets jumping into that rebound romance. It's possible that Thomas wishes he had been a little more understanding and patient with Hope. Thomas may be married to Hope now if he had just been patient. Because he isn't feeling well at the moment, Thomas can end up being plagued by what could have been. Thomas will experience even more mental turmoil when Rich Forrester and Taylor Hayes eventually part ways. According to speculations, Thomas will become desperate for happiness and might revert to his previous obsession with Hope. It is conceivable that Thomas might discover that Liam Spencer is attempting to snatch Hope from Carter Walton. Thomas might make some audacious decisions if he decides he should be the one to take Hope back. Liam had been pressuring Hope to get back together and complete their family with Beth Spencer. If Thomas kisses Hope and insists on a family reunion with Douglas, he might make a similar appeal. Perhaps Thomas might guarantee that they don't need to get married anytime soon and acknowledge that he was wrong to pressure Hope into getting married. Thomas may emphasize how much Douglas misses Hope and claim that all he needs is her companionship. Will Thomas be the next to surprise Hope with a kiss and a request for a reunion? Electra contracts an STD instead of becoming pregnant. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Electra Forrester may receive a huge surprise after having an affair with Will Spencer Jr. After their enchanted evening, Electra may become pregnant, according to online rumors. But what if she tests positive for something other than a baby? Below are the spoilers for what will happen next. When Electra Forrester got into bed with her boyfriend Will Spencer Jr., she believed that they were monogamous. Electra was unaware that a few days earlier, Will Spencer had slept with Luna Nozawa. Viewers of The Bold and the Beautiful are aware that Will Spencer has remained true to Electra Forrester ever since they became formal partners. However, he was duped into having an affair with Luna Nozawa. Luna even complimented herself on her experience in the bedroom, proving that she is not a prude. This indicates that she had multiple partners prior to having sex with Will. Furthermore, safe sex is probably the last thing on Luna's mind because she is officially nuts. Luna is planning a pregnancy, but when she slept with her lover, Electra Forrester might discover that she had anything other than a baby. It's quite possible that Luna Nozawa gave Will Spencer an STD, which he has then spread to poor Electra. Imagine how shocked Electra Forrester is to learn she has a sexually transmitted disease from her partner during a checkup. After Electra gets her antibiotics from the drugstore, Will Spencer Jr. will have to give a very severe explanation and will probably end up alone. Do you believe that Luna might have unintentionally passed something on to Will and Electra? Do you find it shocking that Will actually slept with Electra after hooking up with someone he didn't know a few nights prior? Luna has a big secret. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna Nozawa has a secret. Nevertheless, it appears that the secret will soon be revealed. Luna's grandma Lee Finnegan visited her bedroom in the most recent episode of The Bold and the Beautiful to provide her with the pregnancy test she had asked for. Furthermore, Luna's expression suggests that she may be carrying Will Spencer's child. Also, things are going to heat up quickly. Naturally, fans have expressed their opinions on the potential direction of this plot. She might be pregnant now but will lose it and then be desperate and use Remy or fake the rest of it. Some have even commented. Then maybe Electra will be pregnant and she'll steal the baby, and Bold can repeat the Sheila/Lauren storyline from the early 1990s, since they like to repeat storylines so much. I first hoped that she wouldn't be, but when she was discovered, she would chase Will, trap and abduct him, and then be sent to prison. Then there was this comment as well. She is undoubtedly a smirker because there was a tiny upturn of the sides of her mouth before she maintained the expressionless stare. Will they prolong this for the remainder of the week? Or will we receive the answer tomorrow? For the time being, viewers will only need to watch every single day to see what happens next. On weekdays, the CBS network broadcasts The Bold and the Beautiful. Look up the timings in your local listings. Please share your opinions in the comments section below to let us know what you think in the interim. How far will Thomas go to separate Ridge and Brooke? The reunion between Taylor and Ridge is the main focus of Thomas's return. He is as excited about his parents' wedding as his sister Steffi is. With his broken engagement to Paris and his job, Thomas has been going through a difficult period. He is happy to see his parents together once more, which is exactly what he needs right now. Ridge hasn't made matters simple with his frequent waffling, and Brooke has a history of meddling in Ridge's relationship. Ridge has come to the realization that Brooke is the one for him after his recent vacation to Italy. He doesn't want to harm Taylor, even if he wants to be with Brooke. Thomas will act on his own initiative because Ridge is unwilling to address the Taylor and Brooke matter. Thomas cautions Brooke against interfering with his parents, but his advice is ignored. Nothing or anyone will be able to stop Brooke from achieving her goals. Supporters have observed that Thomas appears to be displaying traits from his former self. Brooke could be in danger since his dark side is coming back. Thomas might abduct Brooke or worse in order to remove her from the situation. It didn't work well the last time Thomas attempted to break up Ridge. After his plot, Taylor was abandoned at the altar and Thomas was shunned. Will the past happen again? As Taylor rushes to set a wedding date, Eric implores Ridge to dump her. Brooke swoons over Eric in Forrester's design office as he discusses the house's ongoing upgrades. As usual, the topic of her and Ridge's delayed reunion comes up. Taylor has every intention of taking him to the altar, according to the blonde. Katie enters the fray and joins the group. Before it's too late, Eric hopes Brooke will reach Ridge. The sisters are left to discuss Brooke and Ridge's meant-to-be, for the umpteenth time after he leaves. When Thomas reappears, Katie says he should back off. Since they are not children, he and Steffi do not require their parents' company. Though they can't forget what he did to believe baby Beth and Douglas, they believe he has changed. They don't know what to anticipate and are certain he will be unhappy if Ridge calls off the engagement. Ridge informs Taylor that Thomas's engagement is over across the hall. Taylor surmises that their son now values their wedding even more. It's likely what he needs. Ridge clams up as she continues to talk about how wonderful it is to have Thomas at home for the wedding preparations. In order to make Thomas smile, Taylor wants to be impulsive. Taylor tells Eric they're planning a wedding date as soon as he enters. She wishes he will be pleased for them. After that, Eric yells, "You have to do something," as he corners Ridge. He blusters, "Come on, end this thing tonight." With his usual directness, Ridge shifts the conversation to Thomas returning home, and admits that he is being overly passionate about getting married to his mother. "Oh, for God's sake," says Eric, rolling his eyes. He has matured and has no right to force Ridge into marriage. "That's exactly what you're doing," yells Ridge. Eric makes it apparent that he is completely preoccupied with Ridge getting married to Brooke. He is unable to have both. Like everyone else, Ridge is exhausted. Eric begs him not to lose Brooke and cautions him that he must make a choice. Since they naturally flash to the rescue in Italy, Eric is concerned about what would happen to his son if he doesn't pick her. Eric leaves Ridge to reminisce after they embrace. Thomas sits by himself in the Forrester guest house, brooding over pictures of Ridge and Brooke. He is confident that his father will not disappoint them. When Taylor arrives, he informs Thomas that life hasn't been the same without him. The wedding is the first topic of conversation. When Ridge arrives home, Taylor says they're going on a date. Thomas is overjoyed. When Taylor tries to discuss Paris with Thomas, he shrugs and says, "It is what it is." He wants to concentrate on his mother's hopes becoming realized right now. He admits that he told his father to be a man and take charge. You say, what is that? But Taylor is adored by all? Oh no. Everyone claims to love Taylor, but consider how she has been handled. She had to pop the question to Ridge because he was so conflicted about their reunion. Additionally, he has been as excited about their wedding as we are about going to a dry wedding. Even though Eric had 2 relationships with Taylor, he shows little concern for her heart, which can break and cause its own syndrome. That he publicly urges Ridge to break up with her and return to Brooke as quickly as possible. Gee, future father-in-law, I appreciate your support. The only reason Paris didn't let the Forresters think Liam was dying was because her mother, Grace, did, but only to save her girls from the friends of her ex-husband, Reese. Therefore, holding Ridge responsible for Thomas's deception of wanting to marry Zoe, in order to force Hope into getting married, would be equivalent to holding Paris responsible for Grace's transgression. In a sense, Taylor's own kids even treat her badly. They keep saying that she and Ridge are endgame, but in reality, their relationship is a never-ending game that only he enjoys. How much hatred is required to encourage someone to pursue a girlfriend who has repeatedly shown that she is his second choice? A spouse who has repeatedly harmed her? A spouse who has violated all of his previous promises to her, then created new ones and broken them as well?